Welcome back to Wellness Wednesday. I'm Dr. Simone Webb here at Quantum Health. And every Wednesday, we're trying to give out some tips to help you deal with different aspects of your health and easy ways to improve them and easy things to focus on. Especially nowadays, stress in particular is even higher than normal. Here in America, we tend to run on a very high stress level. And what that does is it creates chronic stress onto your fight or flight system, which shuts down your digestion. It makes it harder for you to focus and concentrate. It interrupts with your sleep. And nowadays, we're having even more unknown. And whenever we have uncertainty, there creates even more stress for the average person. So there's about 6 things we can do easily to reduce our stress. And some of them you may already be doing. What you're going to notice, there's a couple that cross over from last week when we talked about immunity, and it's because stress impacts your immune system. So if we can modulate our stress, reduce our stress, we can also improve our immune system. So first of all, for stress is S, or number 1, and that's social connections. Now, for some of us, we're finding that right now with the quarantines and everything, we're not doing too bad. But for other people, they're finding it extremely stressful. They feel very, very isolated. And we are social people, or a social type of entity. And so, reach out with your phone. Use Skype so you can see people's faces. Just stay connected that way. Do webinars. Go in and learn things, and so that you feel like you're part of a group. I know there's a lot of groups that are now doing online meetings and everything, and make sure you take the time to get into them so that you still feel connected to your society. Here at Quantum Health, we can do telehealth consultations. We've been doing them for a long time. The functional medicine side of the practice, we do a lot of stuff that's distance with people. And so the telehealth consultations we're used to doing, and we can do those on basic health questions for you right now, or if you have something very specific in the areas that we work with, such as gut health, brain health, and also hormone balancing. The second thing to be thinking about in the word terms of stress is the T, your thoughts. Stop your negative thought processes. Go to the positive. Lots of reasons. One, we are automatically programmed for negative thoughts since we're little. Everything's no, no, no. So as adults, we actually tell ourselves no internally all the time and have negative concepts in our head all the time. And it's a major issue that everyone needs to deal with. But in addition to that, when you have a negative thought, there's a chemical cascade that comes down and tells your body to stop healing. And what we want is the positive thoughts, because what positive thoughts do is it turns on a different chemical cascade, and that cascade tells your body to heal and to take care of itself. And so those are what you want to do. You really want to focus on positive right now. And it doesn't have to be that you think nothing's going on. It can be as simple as paying attention and noticing some of the pretty spring flowers that are starting to show up and those types of things. That's a positive input, and that positive input will help your body stay in a more positive chemical stasis of healing. Thirdly, we want to look at relaxing. Deep breathing is probably the easiest thing for people to do. Find your favorite chair, sit on the floor, go outside on your deck. Take as deep a breath as you can. Your stomach should come out while you're doing that. You want to fill your lungs as much as you can, and then slowly release that. And do that 3-4 times. Don't do it to where you hyperventilate, or if you start feeling a little lightheaded, slow down on your breathing a little bit. But deep breathing will help your body relax. It calms us. You should immediately feel calmer. Plus, when we do that deep breathing exchange through our lungs, it's really, really good for oxygen supply and the body clearing out superficial toxins. With that, you can also do meditation. Now, meditation for some people is really hard. We got brains that keep going, and meditation's hard for us to quiet it down. And honestly, they say if that's how you are, it's even more so that you should meditate. But meditation is another quiet time, no interruptions, no electronic devices, no sound, just you. And if you can, go in the grass, do it in nature. The fourth one is exercise. We talked about this the other day. Exercise is really, really important, but when you exercise, you immediately drop your stress hormones. So going for a walk, actually going for a jog, doing stretching, yoga, anything that is an exercise or a movement of your body will immediately decrease your stress hormones. The fifth one is sleep. Now, we talked about sleep the other day. We want 7 to 9 hours. We talked about how important it was to have the REM period, especially from 10 to midnight. But, there's some rules, or hygiene they call it nowadays. So no tech device at least an hour before bed. Ideally, this would include TV. Avoid caffeine, sugar, and naps. especially if you're now working from home. All of a sudden, you can take that 3 o'clock nappy. And in some ways, naps are good for you, but not if it's interrupting your sleep then that night. So no naps unless, you're finding that you can sleep at night and get your 7 hours or more at night still without interference. And then you want your room to be a dark, cool place. If it's too hot or if there's a lot of light coming into your sleeping space, it's harder for your brain to shut down deep and really do all the repair or scrubbing and washing is what we think of it as, that your brain needs at night to wake up the next day and have focus and concentration. And lastly, we're going to talk about supplementations. There is a lot of things you can do to help with stress through supplementations. But what I want to point out today is there's a couple of really great teas that you can drink throughout the day that are known to help you deal with stress and feel calmer. One is spearmint. And for those of you who say, "Ooh, can't do mint because I have digestive stress," which is a sign of an imbalance in your body, you can also do chamomile, which isn't, most people know about chamomile, but both those teas help your body feel relaxed and calm and help you deal with stress. Now, there's a whole much more you can do out there. If you have any questions or concerns, you can always give us a call at 601-1313, and I hope you have a great week.